Hey, how are you doing? This is Stephen Ruff for SpartanAvenue.com, and I gotta say, Michigan State goes to Happy Valley and faces Penn State. And really, at the beginning of the year, I thought Michigan State had a really good shot to win this game, and then kickoff happened against Utah State, and reality set in. And this Spartan rider just wouldn't say call it depression, but I would say reality sunk in on how Michigan State's season was going to go. When seeing the problems that should have gotten fixed in the offseason still lingered throughout the year, unable to run the ball, unable to stop the short pass, unable to sometimes keep the quarterback contained. When I saw all of those on that first game and then seeing it the next time against Arizona State, I realized this is going to be a long season. And things just didn't improve. Injuries have mounted up. Now, star wide receiver Cody White is out. And you hope that maybe Michigan State can find some of that magic somewhere. D'Antonio, you can never count him out. However, this doesn't really seem like the game that's going to happen. If Michigan State can have a good showing and at least show some passion and some heart, then I would say, yeah, okay, maybe if they hang around maybe until the fourth quarter, then I would say Michigan State may be able to salvage some of this season. But I really don't know what I'm going to get from the Spartans tomorrow, or I'm sorry, Saturday. So, or I'll just say this: I wrote that the Spartans are going to lose 45-24 to Penn State, and I'm going to stick to that. I don't believe that the Spartans can stop KJ Hamler. He's got the speed to kill DBs. He is going to run all over these guys, and you really account for the fact that Trace McSorley, he ran all over Ohio State, 175 yards on the ground. You'd have Miles Sanders, and a lot of people have pointed to the fact that, oh, look how great he is. I haven't seen Sanders run all over an elite team yet. Last week he got only 43 yards and 16 carries against Ohio State. I'm not concerned so much about him as I am about McSorley and Hamler. Those are the guys, the type of athletes that State really has a problem with. So I really do believe the edge is going to go to Penn State. Michigan State may hang around in this game and maybe show some heart. However, though, I think in the end it's going to be the injuries that mounted up. Is it the play calling that's horrendous? Yes, it's not good when you keep running consecutive plays to the short side of the field. That's not going to help you out a lot. But yeah, Penn State's going to roll on the Spartans tomorrow. Another Big Ten game that's going on is going to be Michigan facing the Badgers at Ann Arbor. And I have to say, a lot of people have been saying Michigan's going to blow the Badgers out. I wouldn't do that. I would not put my money on that at all. I would put my money on it's going to be a very close game. Could be 21-17 Michigan wins. Jonathan Taylor has proven that he can run on the Wolverines, and the Wolverines haven't proven they can stop him. They can stop Alex Hornibrook, but that's not the guy you got to worry about. Many people preseason had Wisconsin in their college football playoff. In fact, I even heard one commentator say that he thought that Wisconsin had the best offensive line in college football. I got to say, well, we haven't seen that Wisconsin team yet. It doesn't mean you won't see it on Saturday. And just a word of caution here. I mean, when you look at some of these games in college football, anything can happen on any given Saturday. I really do believe that. A team that looks one way can be totally different the next week. You look at Virginia Tech, Old Dominion. Old Dominion puts in their backup quarterback and they knock off Virginia Tech. It's just unthinkable things. So a lot of things have to go right. For sure, but these are young men. They're in their early 20s. They're late teens years, 19, 20, whatever, and they get up and they get down. And you see that in Michigan State. They've gotten up and they've gotten down, and when they get down, it's really hard to dig themselves out of that. But when you come into, let's say, playing Akron, that's not really an exciting game for these guys. These guys feed off of the big game. Penn State, 2 weeks ago against Ohio State, fed off of that intensity. And this is a Penn State team, a defense that really didn't look good against Appalachian State. They did not look good against them. So maybe they got better, but they also allowed Illinois Illinois. I know they're the Fighting Illini, but they allowed Illinois to hang around for 3 quarters. So I got to say, when you have a whiteout and it's a night game, team is pumped, they're going to give their best football. So that's why I say Badgers coming to Ann Arbor, even the Spartans going to Happy Valley. I wouldn't so much put my money on a Michigan blowout, although I would still put my money on Michigan State losing. I wouldn't put my money on the other, just because anything can happen. It is college football, and that's why we love college football. I know the Badgers secondary is decimated, but to me, really Michigan, the eye test is not against the Wisconsin. It's going to be against Ohio State and Penn State. Those are the elites of the East Division. If Michigan goes and they beat Penn State, they beat Ohio State, then I would say, yeah, Michigan's back. But beating Wisconsin tomorrow doesn't prove anything. Really, it's just about surviving and advancing to the next week, and that's the hate week. I'm Stephen Robb. Thanks for watching. I'm at SpartanAvenue.com. Please click the like